Okay, good morning everybody. First we are going to meditate as usual. Please find a comfortable posture. Keep your back straight. Take few deep long breaths. Let go. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Please do it 2 more times. Now see your loving thoughts towards yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Now send your loving thoughts towards your family. May all of my family members be well, be happy, be peaceful. Think of them individually by names. Whether they are good people or difficult people, doesn't matter this moment. Without any condition, you are sharing your loving thoughts. Whatever negative things they did for you, they are responsible, not you. Whatever you did for them, you are responsible, not them. Therefore, in this moment, learn how to forgive. Forgiveness is completely letting go without reservation. You can forgive, but no need to forget. Learn the lesson. You deserve peace. Holding anger, disappointment, it doesn't serve you. When you are practicing loving kindness, most important thing is not just repeating those 3 words. Understand the depth of those words, then maintain that skillful thought in your mind now, later, tomorrow, anywhere you go, anything you do, maintain that skillful thought. That's what loving kindness is all about. Now send your loving thoughts towards whole world. May all living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Now slowly turn your attention to your breath. Every breath you take in, you take out is taken mindfully. Your breath is your noble companion. From the birth to the death, this breath is really supporting you, helping you. That's why I call it my noble companion. If you want to find yourself, your inner self, focusing on your breath, you can find it. Mind wanders. That is the nature of the mind. Now observe your mind, observe your body. Your body is relaxed, your mind is calm, tranquil and peaceful. Make a strong determination to practice meditation every day, regularly, with diligence and patience. Understand how important this meditation practice to keep yourself well, happy, peaceful and balanced. Now bring your palms together close to your heart. Make a wish for yourself, your journey, for your life, how you want to be, what you want to do. And also you can think of other people who need blessings, your parents, family members. This is a good time to think of them. May peace be with you. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. Thank you very much. Please open your eyes. Okay, before we start the chanting, I want to say a few words. Today is a very special day. My Miami host, Ruth and Satish, are here today because maybe a month and a half ago, right? Satish's father passed away. His father passed away in India. And so when I go to Miami, I will stay with them. It's like my family. And they are giving me all the comfort while I'm living there and helping me, driving me around, picking me from the airport. Thank you so much, doing all the work for me. And so then they want to see the temple. So then yesterday they were flying here. Now they are in Crystal Lake. Today they are visiting temple. Then I thought I want to honor his father because his father passed away a month and a half ago. And so that's why we put the plaque for the wall of compassion. So today we are chanting for his father. And also if you have anybody need blessing, think of those people too. And also Buddhist culture and Hindu culture, donating food for the monastic or whoever, and it's a very important thing. You can see all the groceries I got. And from them, yesterday, Ruth keep sending me message, send me a big list. And so I'm keep thinking what I'm going to give her, right? And all the basic things we need, But more than I expected, I think she I think she bought it for the whole village, I think. So anyway, we can share. So thank you so much, Satish and Ruth. So now we are going to chant for your father, Mr. Kotadram, right? Kotadram. So please open your chanting book. Okay, let's chant. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Anicca vata saṅkārā uppada vaya dhammino. Uppajjitva nirujjanti. Tesaṃ upa samosukho. Sabbe sattā avera hontu. Sabbe sattā abhyapajya hontu. Sabbe sattā anigā hontu. Sabbe sattā sukhiyatānaṃ pariharantu. Mano pubbang gama dhamma. Mano setta mano. Manasace paduttena. Bhasati va karoti va. Tato nan dukkha manveti. Changkaṃ vavahato padaṃ. Mano pubbang gama dhamma. Mano setta mano. Manasace pasannena. Bhasati va karoti va. Tato nang sukha manveti. Chāyāva anapāyini. We believe my wish. Thank you. Okay. Today I made the short meditation because we need a little time. Today I am going to talk about something very interesting. People always asking questions about monk's robe. I think most of the time here at the temple during the meditation, we try to give people practical teachings. Now people want to know about a little bit more about this information too. So today I was thinking I want to go do a little presentation for you about the monk's robe. So we all have clothes. So we call in English is a robe. So the robe is not a dress, it's a wrap. You can see I'm wrapped around. There is a system to how to wrap around, right? It's a wrap. Long time ago, I didn't experience. These are the history. In India, lots of ascetic. People looking for inner journey. So in life, when we experience difficulties and problems and pain, that's the problem, right? We don't like it. When we are going through all the problems in life, then always thinking we are tired being in this world. Therefore I want to renounce and go and look for something we call the truth seekers. So when you go to India, you can see lots of, we call the shamans or sannyasis. They keep looking for something for their inner peace. Different groups, different traditions. So the monks, the Buddhist monks are part of them too. So, after Buddha, Prince Siddhartha is coming from the royal family after he became enlightenment, because he was an ascetic too, wandering around 6 years, trying everything. So finally, he, long story short, he became a Buddha. So then, first 5 disciples, following the Buddha's teaching. So, then that time, even when you go to India now, you can see, they have simple clothes, very simple. So they have an undergarment, most of the time monks, then they have a little wrap around their upper body. So that's in the beginning of the robe, very beginning, before Buddha organized it. So, that time, according to the history, it is very difficult for monks to find clothes for the robe. What they did, they go to the different places, or especially burial ground, because what is called they cover the body and shroud, right? And say they take it and clean it, and that's how make the robe. Then after Buddhist teaching become a popular, then now think about you all, sometimes Satish and Ruth, they keep bringing things. Now people are following the teaching, they were impressed, they will keep bringing things to the monks, right? Supporting. Then people try to give them real clothes to make the robe. So then monks start to make the robe from the good clothes. Then what happened? People keep stealing it. It is very difficult to keep the robe. That time, very difficult to find clothes. Kings and queens, all the rich people giving clothes for monk to make the robe, then people steal it. So why? It is not readily available that time to find clothes. So then monks are complaining to Buddha, we cannot keep our robes, people are stealing it. So then one day, it's called the Magadha, it's a big area in India. So Buddha looking at the Magadha field, the big paddy field, Buddha said, let's break it, cut it pieces and lose the value of the clothes. Then, so now you can see, I will show it to you, it's like a field. So there are so many pieces. Now you can see this robe, you can see so many little pieces. So, but now think about cultures change. Why that time Buddha made it, cut it pieces? Why is that? The value, there is no value after that. Now think about the United States. Totally opposite. Now I know the sewing people are here. Now think about all the patchwork, all the quilt. It's very expensive, right? Now it's going the opposite direction. So therefore, things change during the process. So, John, anybody here? Somebody, I need somebody. Yeah, somebody can come. 2 people? Okay, Jason? Jason. So, monks has 3 robes. Okay, just open this. I want to show you and hold it. I will show you the right side. So this is okay? Not this side. Now you can see. Yeah. So now you can see all the pieces, right? It's like a field. You can see all the pieces. Now there is no value. Right. Exactly. So now you can see it's like a paddy field. Now you have a seam and the bottom here, but later we add, there is a little loop and also there's a little string, you can see, and there's a little loop here. Why? When you are putting robe like this, so sometimes wind blowing like this. So therefore, it is not good for the monks for their discipline. So we call the knot. So we can, usually I don't do it. And so we can tie together these 2 pieces. Does it make sense? So it's not blowing, right? Sometimes, some pictures you can see I'm going like this, like a butterfly. So this is called the single robe. You can say it's a single layer, right? Does it make sense? Okay, single layer. This is a single robe, okay? Then, okay, you can take it out, yeah. So, then we have other robe, we call this one, okay, put it. This one called the double robe. That means 2 robes together. It's like a big blanket. So, this way. Come, okay. Now you can see this robe is 2 robes together. Yeah, you can see it is very thick. You can even see through. Maybe this is a kind of winter robe. Illinois robe, yes. This is an Illinois robe, and also we can cover ourselves to protect ourselves if it is cold or something, or we can use it to sleep. This makes sense? Right? So when we are doing the monk's ordination, especially, we have to have a full robe, certain period of time. Without this robe, we cannot function. So we cannot get the full ordination. So therefore, this robe is very important. So right after we get the full ordination, 3 months, I have to stay and use this robe all the time. So that is the rule of it means purpose of practicing awareness for the monks. Okay, so now you can take it out. And so then I know we are wearing a bottom. Now, this is we called, this side. Okay. This is, you can see the small robe, right? This is called the undergarment. You can wear the bottom, so like that. So that one also exactly like a field. Okay? Then when we wrap around, you can see it's a piece of cloth. We wrap around, then we have a belt. We have to put the belt. When we wrap around, there's a certain ways to wrap. Okay? Now you can see those are the main three robes we have. But later, Buddha asked monks to use one more. Because when they are traveling or something like that, little by little he was adding. But still we have very simple few robes. We cannot use, now think about, you have so many different clothing. Party clothing, right? When you go to the funeral, there's a different clothing. Wedding is a totally different, right? Monks, same. Now think about, okay, good, thank you. Now, what will happen, so when we go to the different countries, now after Buddhism change, to go to the different countries, robe also change. Now you can see China, Japan, Korea, monks are wearing the robe color pants and like martial art kit, kind of like that, right? So do that. But this robe never change. Last 2500 years, this robe never change. According to the culture, the weather, they change their outfit. But if they are doing the ordination or ceremonial thing, you can closely observe any temple, anywhere in the world, monks are wearing this big robe. But Theravada tradition, we are coming from Sri Lanka, Burma, Myanmar, and what other countries? Thailand. Those countries, always still we are using the old tradition. So that's why we are always wearing this. So whatever ceremonial events doing any Buddhist countries, even Tibet, even Dalai Lama, you can see, always he come to the audience, he has a big robe top of over his, the made dress. So this dress, 2500s, unbroken tradition. How powerful, right? Always your clothing styles always changing, but this never change. It is always there. So therefore, this robe has a big, what is called the respect in the Buddhist countries. We never put into the ground. Always, once a year, people do a parade, carrying the robe on their head, and come to the temple early morning, offer to the monks the robe. Is another whole big ceremony. So in the Buddhist countries, it has a power, the robe. Now think about for Sri Lanka. After Buddhism came to Sri Lanka, then Sri Lankan king accepted the Buddhism. Then he was following the Buddhism. Then whole Sri Lankan culture built on the Buddhist teaching. Now, still, monks, they have powers in our countries because of the teaching. History, now in Sri Lanka, monk has a power to assign the king or replace the king. If they want to, they can do it. Still they do. But I don't know I like it or not. I'm questioning about it. But still they have lots of power about it. Sometimes, without any permission, monks took the king out. Then they, crowning another person as a king. So they had the power. And also, this robe is not just a piece of clothes. It's a symbol of peace. That's why people are respecting it. It's a symbol of peace. Sometimes they use as a flag to representing the teaching of the Buddha. So therefore, this robe has a value. One time, I was teaching a class in Pennsylvania, near Harrisburg. He's a psychologist. He's teaching mindfulness too. He's a good man. So he organized all the classes for me when I go there. And people know when I go there, always people. 50, 60, 70 people always come. So end of the class, he came to me and said, Bhante, I'm a little disappointed about myself. I asked, why? I don't see big difference what you teach, what I teach as a psychologist. I said, of course there's no big difference. But you have different words. But I have a different way I'm reaching to people. So that's what I said. Now I'm thinking, why so many people are coming when you are teaching? When you are teaching, so many people are coming. When I am teaching, there's no people, like 5, 6 people. Something wrong with me? He was a little disappointed. Then I said, one thing I can say, not the person, sometimes power of the robe. Power of the robe. Now, whoever come to the temple, always what you are asking, is there monks available? Why is that? I know Tessa and Rebecca always here, but they know always they are looking for, there's a monk. I want to talk to a monk. Why? They are looking for the robe. Now think about even American cultures, now still you are looking for monks. That means you are looking for a robe. So you are believing behind the robe there's some wisdom, you can receive it. Now think about our countries, how difficult. So the monks has an icon in the society, so therefore there's no personal life. These people are watching, looking for monks. This makes sense? So therefore, robe is not just a piece of cloth, it's a symbol of enlightenment, symbol of inner journey, symbol of mindfulness, symbol of peace. So any questions? Yes.
I was wondering for years now, how come the sash is gold and some of it is...
Just for fun. Yes, right, just for fun. I will tell you, we have 2 colors, right? Now, you ever seen I am wearing a blue robe? My favorite color is blue, right? That's a Blue Lotus Temple, right? But you ever seen I am wearing a blue robe? No, right? Only burgundy or reddish, this kind of color, or other one is a saffron color, like an orange color. Why? Orange, these colors, now think of red and orange, they are joyful colors. Number 1, they are joyful colors, very positive colors. Number 2, now think about after summer, fall is coming. Do you say, I hate fall? That season, do you say, I hate fall? You don't say it. Fall is so beautiful, right? People want to go travel, go to the Maine and see the fall colors, right? People love fall. So what it means? Fall means only beauty. What do you see? Impermanence. All the changes. Life is changing. So therefore, these 2 colors always talking about impermanence. So therefore, I cannot have a fancy, different color robes, right? And anything, yeah.
I had the same question.
Okay, good. Anybody else?
Who creates the robes? Who sews the robes?
So here I don't have anybody to make robes because everybody cannot make it because it's a special design. So somebody has, in Sri Lanka, women, they know how to do it, right? Yeah, so they do it. Yeah, so people can buy the robe now in the modern world. Sometimes, most of the time people make it because if they have a time, it takes lots of time consuming, right? Sometimes it takes days for people. So therefore we have ready-made robes now. People can buy, people can donate to the monks. It's a very ceremonial. Yeah.
Bhante, when did they start dyeing the
Dyeing?
robes? Yeah, because
Dye.
obviously if you got rags coming from people, they're going to be all different colors.
Okay, so thank you so much for asking us that question. It's very interesting. So when I was young, now think about 40 years ago, how much we changed. So we get the regular clothes like a cotton clothes, then we have to cut it and make the robe, then we have to dye by ourselves. I remember myself, my first 21 or 22 years being a monk. So after they give me a robe, then I have to color it. How I'm going to color it? I cannot buy the dye from the store. All monks go to the forest and take the tree bark and peel it, and then we cut it pieces, then we boil it. Then we take, then we, what is called the pestle and mortar, we use to mash it, then we boil it again. Then we strain the water and the dye, then take the dye like this, then, I fold the robe, put out the something, lay like this, then I have to put the dye little by little. I cannot put into like this. I had to be very carefully. So that's how we dyed it. Then after we dyed it, then we have a special leaves, we boil them, then it's become a soap. Exactly like the washing machine soap. It's a leaves, it's become lots of soapy water, then we clean it. Then we lose that smell of the tree. So that's how we did it. For my first 22 years, I did those things. Now we don't do anymore. When I go to my home temple now, I was thinking within 40 years, how much change? Now we don't do all those things at all. But the good thing, this main robe never changed though. Still the same. Yeah.
What happens to the robes when they're worn out when you're done using them?
Okay, you see, good questions, and thank you so much for asking. So Buddha advised, as the robes get old, we cannot throw anything for us, here especially, right? So in Sri Lanka, the monks, we had to collect them. Then if they are making the little hut for the forest monasteries, then we mix with the mud, then put into the walls. Yeah. So, you can show the bag. So my assistant Michael, what he did, he was collecting my robes in Sri Lanka. So then he said, Bhante, now I am collecting all your robes. I don't know what to do with these things. Now I have to have a special place. Is there any way I can do a project with these old robes? Then I asked him, what you are going to do? Can I make the bags like that? I said, sure. So he made those, he kept one. Huh? Yeah. So first batch he made from my old robes. I think all are gone now. Now he's collecting all robes from the temple. He's doing the project now. So actually we shared all over the social media. Yeah. Right now we're sold out. Yeah, exactly. Next batch. Right? Any other questions? Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Is saffron used in any of the gold dye?
No. So in the saffron, how we are making color from the saffron color, jackfruit tree. Yeah, jackfruit tree. Then we have to add a little bit other colors from the other trees too. That's how we are making the dye. Yeah.
Yes, Bhante. I noticed some of the Thai forest monks, they'll have a cushion that they wear over top. Is that just to kind of make it?
Actually, it is not the top. So now think about, especially our countries, we are in this full robe 24/7. It's challenging. Now, as a monks, we had to do lots of construction work at the temple. Carrying the sand or stones and all those work part of the training. So wearing this, still I can do it, but sometimes hot and steamy. So therefore, there is a little, this way, what is called it? Yeah, it's like a shirt, sash. This one side, it's like a one side, shirt. So they always, then otherwise, their upper body is open. So that's how they are covering it. Otherwise, as all the sweat come. So now here, I am wearing a t-shirt or something. So this shirt, we made it for according to this weather, this culture. Otherwise, in Sri Lanka, when I wear this, my teacher first few years, his face is not good. Still I'm wearing this when I go to Sri Lanka, because being out of country so many years, now almost over 30 years, I feel so uncomfortable to keep my one side open. So a couple of times he was talking to me about it. I am stubborn. So, so I didn't change that. Right. I said, I am uncomfortable. So even I go to Sri Lanka, all the Blue Lotus monk, other monks, they always wearing like this now. Because now they are so used to this culture. But we cannot change this. Right? So that's how we do. Anything else? Yeah.
But you did a dharma talk on how to wear the robe, and it was kind of like a fashion show.
Right. So actually, we can wear the robe in two different ways, right? And so I will show you. And so now look at, I hold the robe like this. You can see. Then I put like this. This is a simple way. Right? It's very easy. I can even run and do everything like this. Right? But when we go to the meditation hall, now I'm wearing the shirt. There's no need to do that because I put this piece inside this. Then I cover like this. Then nobody cannot see my open side. Make sense? Other one is a funny one. I won't show these things to you. Now in Sri Lanka, because we don't wear the shirts, so therefore we cannot walk out without wrapping the robe. So what we do is like garbage bag. Okay? So what we do, we put these pieces together, then we roll like this. Right? Roll it. You can see what I'm doing. Maybe you have to try it after you go home using the bedsheet. Now you can see, I'm like a garbage bag, right? So now you can see. Now I make it like, roll it like this. Okay? Then I put it under my neck. Then I put my neck down. Then I pull it. Then I take the hand out. Then I make my collar. Okay? Then I make my collar. Then I do it like this. See? Now I am a very traditional monk. So that's another way to do it. So when we go out, always we have to wrap it like this. But I don't do it in Sri Lanka now because I'm wearing the shirt. As I said, my teacher doesn't like it. But most of the monks you can see in Sri Lanka, they wrap like this. They go because they are disciplined. Buddha said, don't open your body to the walls, right? It's your personal thing. So, any other questions? Yeah.
Always the sash wrapped over the left shoulder?
Yeah, left.
For a reason?
I don't know that. I never think about that. Always left. Always left. I want to think about it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, always left. Anything else? Rope questions. Did you learn something? Oh, that's good. Because all the time people were asking, actually there are lots of more information to talk about. Then now you can see my robe is a lot of small pieces. Right? That's now very trendy in Sri Lanka. And somebody made it for me, this robe. And so I love it, especially winter time. Yeah. So, yeah.
Show us how you walk in the rain.
Rain? What do you mean?
Yeah, you guys, I don't know if you guys didn't realize you do it, but when you walk in the rain, you walk.
Oh. This is multifunctioning robe. I can use it as a blanket, sleep, or whatever. Actually, the multifunction. Sometimes I do like this. I have so many pictures I do like this. Then I walk in the rain or sunny day. If I don't have umbrella, it's burning. Yeah. In a hot country. You can see it's a very common thing. Monks are always doing like this. Like, women. Yeah.
In the future, I see you have some robes for sale. Are you going to institute like a robe ceremony like they do in some?
Actually, that's a good question. A couple of people, even Sri Lankan people, are so into offering robes to the monks. But this temple, I didn't build it for the Sri Lanka. Mm-hmm. So it's a universal temple, this place, right? For everybody. So therefore, intentionally, I didn't do those things. Why is that? Because I was thinking all those rituals come more and more to the temple. I was worrying, concerned, teaching part will lose. Mm-hmm. That's what happened in our Buddhist countries. Rituals are so beautiful and interesting to people. So people are really going for those things instead of teaching. Now I feel this is now time for the Blue Lotus to do those things. One time, I think maybe you remember, long time ago, I did a little robe offering ceremony here. So when that time Chan, the Florida temple, and he and myself was here, people offer robes for us. Because people love it. Most of other temples, they do it. Instead, not me. So. Anything else? Oh. Anything else? Okay, yeah.
Bhante, thank you so much. I learned so much today. school. And I was mystified by the nuns' habits.
For Indian tradition, Hindus, they always donating food. It's a big deal. So when parents or whoever passed away, third day, still body is a home, but still they are giving food to the temple or offering to the monks. Why? They want to transfer merits to the departed one. Why food is important, daily basic things? Because it sustains the body, right? So then always they are offering food for the monks and they are transferring merits to the people who departed. Why? Everybody depend on these things, their life. So it's very important to them. So that's why they are donating food. Yeah. You know, people who travel to Sri Lanka, you know that, right? Giving food is a big deal. They are pushing you to eat. If you come to Sri Lanka, you have to get ready for that. You know, they don't know the word no. They are keep putting food into your plate. You know, Satish also smiling. I know exactly what we are doing. So, yeah.
What is the history then in the different ceremonial hats that you see the different monks wearing?
Yeah, that's why I said so many other little props came after many years later, but they are not coming from the Buddha for his advice. Later, because of the tradition, culture, weather, things are changed. Good thing about the Buddha's teaching, Buddha is easily, he can adapt to the culture and the society, right? Now, according to the monastic guidelines, we cannot wear the boots in the beginning, right? Now we do. Snow boots, and we do everything now, right? Then Buddha said, when the teaching traveling to the many different places around the world, accordingly, you can change those small rules. How wonderful that? There is no fixed one, but there are some fixed one nobody cannot change, right? But culturally, lots of things we can change. Now think about the Buddhist countries like Sri Lanka, monks are not driving. So when I was in Australia 35 years ago, I got the driver's license. It's become a controversial in the whole country. I got the driver's license. That's the one reason I left. Because people were upset. Because I started to drive. Because I'm a controversial person anyway. And so that's the one reason I left Australia. So now think our monks are driving all the time. Somebody has to start. So I'm the one starting those things. So right, exactly. Yeah. Right, I'm rebel, so yeah.
I want to just say one thing, just a little plug that a lot of people may not know, but if we have an Amazon wish list for the temple,
Right.
including coming up things for Take Sri Lanka.
Right, right.
So you can donate in other ways, modern ways.
Right, exactly. Yes. I hope everybody learned something. So today, thank you, Satish, your time and energy. And especially I want to say a few more words because they are really appreciating my mission and the Blue Lotus mission. They are in the process of helping the temple and all the good work I'm doing in Sri Lanka last 25 years. So before do all those things, they want to see and make a visit to the temple. That's why they came from all the way from Miami to the temple, and they are very happy about it. So thank you so much, Satish. Rebecca? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for the lovely demonstration. Bhante, amazing. We'll all go home with our bed sheets and try out. So this week on Monday, you might be familiar, we mentioned Michael, and he handles our Sri Lankan Blue Lotus.
Right.
Essentially, the retreat center. So Michael's actually going to be doing a dharma talk. He is a layperson, but he's been Bhante's
Can I say a few words?
for
Can I say a few words about it? Yeah. So Michael is my first American student. I met him 26 years ago when he was in 19 in Detroit. I don't know this young man, that age, what they did, that age, right? But still he had that, something inside him. I felt it. I kept him close. So he did lots of negative things. However, I manage it. I handle it with him. And so finally he went to Sri Lanka after he graduated from the school. Then he said, I'm very interested to stay here. I said, good for you. And so otherwise, all the negative things he is doing here. Then I had the piece of land. I said, how about you do something here? Then he cut all the trees and grass, and he started to build the center. Now we have a beautiful meditation center. Now he's 45, and he's running the meditation center, teaching the yoga and meditation. Today he said lots of European people are today at the center and meditating. Now how beautiful that 19 years old distracted kid I took into my life, and now he's serving the world too. All my calendar, and he's doing, I'm so grateful, and my scheduling, calling, emailing, and everything he's doing while he's running the center. And also, Ruth is very connected with him. Ruth is the one running my whole social media from Miami. Sometimes people say, oh my God, you are really busy in the social media. I said, people, that's what people think, but I am not. Now you know who is doing all those fancy stuff. It's Ruth. Thank you.